Well, and it's gotten even more complicated just coming off of the message we just heard. I think to quickly respond to the specific question you've asked, Wilf, is I think Dorsey has done marginally better. I think they both lack for transparency and consistency. I think Mark Zuckerberg had an excellent interview with Andrew Ross Sorkin on this network this morning, and yet it's just riddled with inconsistencies. He said that they would step in if there's election interference issues and misinformation. Well, we just heard some that was trying to be corrected during this press conference. Were that online, the president would consider that to be wrong. But in fact, Mark Zuckerberg, if he was consistent, Twitter would not put out the information that was inconsistent about Governor Newsom sending ballots out to everybody in the state, which wasn't what he did. Little things like that Zuckerberg said will correct interference mistakes, will correct mistakes that are put out there, misinformation having to do with healthcare, like hydroxychloroquine in Brazil. Well, the question is, what does he say about the commander-in-chief of Brazil versus the commander-in-chief here? Is there consistency across countries? So this was Zuckerberg's positions and issues having to do with hate speech. So he's regulating late in the game hate speech. Well, that sounds like more, and they're not doing political ads, supposedly, than Twitter, which actually Twitter is actually labeling some false information, which is brand new. And it's surprising that Mark Zuckerberg and Jack Dorsey wouldn't hang together on this. As Nathan Hale, I think, said, if we don't hang together, we hang separately. But I shouldn't mention that to you because the revolution is not a good topic for you. But still, you wonder why those two don't stick together. Coming off of President Trump, you might draw in tomorrow's announcement on China with this, because this is rather Confucian. Remember that Confucian curse was, may your wishes come true. Is if President Trump were to have this exemption deleted, these companies then now have legal liability to police this hate speech. If you have false edited video of Nancy Pelosi or false lies about Joe Scarborough that are malicious and proven to be false, these companies will now be liable for that. So that's not what the president wants, but that's what he's going to get.
To your criticism about Jack Dorsey and Mark Zuckerberg, do you see it as a communication problem or a fundamental, perhaps, misunderstanding and not grasping of some of the huge issues that they both have created in founding these incredible platforms and not being able to understand quite what to do about it?
I'll spare you the quote that I have here to read you from Robert Oppenheimer, who, of course, was the father of the Manhattan Project, the nuclear bomb, is that how scientists have to know sin. We've learned it late in nuclear energy. We've learned it late in biotech, and now we're figuring it out in information tech and social media, is that the creators are responsible for the misuse of their information. They should be responsible for this. The Communications Decency Act of 1990, as was being discussed earlier on the show, Mike Santelli was saying that's way out of date. And the Communications Act of 1934, giving SEC any authority in this, is crazy. The broadband authority they have is for access. It's for public. It's for safety issues. It has nothing to do with content, or else every online publisher would be subject to content review. We know that's First Amendment violation. They can't edit content, and these companies should be classified as media companies. And Dorsey and Zuckerberg should stop fighting that, because both sides of the aisle are coming to that conclusion. These companies are media companies that are fueled by technology.